Hey there everyone, Dr. Beth Westy here. I wanted to pop on and talk about how hormones can impact your mood, right? This is more than just mood swings, which we'll go into in just a minute, but there's a lot of things that have been affecting women's hormones recently, especially after this year, right? And it feels like it kind of takes over. It feels like you don't have control anymore, right? Like all of a sudden you get shoved out of the driver's seat. Hormones are riding, right? Hormones are driving. You're just riding, right? You don't get to direct where things are going. This isn't fun, right? You get a little hormotional about things, and you don't want to be. So along with everything else that is going on, having your moods be severely affected by your hormones is really, really tough. So I wanted to talk about a few different things that can be affecting this. Now, before I dive in, before I forget, registration for the 12-week challenge has closed because we fill pretty quick. But if you are looking for another option, if you're looking at getting some help with this or other hormone issues, I'm going to put a link here in the comments for the one-to-one option that I have of working with me. This is a more individual setting. It's not a group setting, it's an individual setting. Everything is customized for you, tailored for you, and we connect a lot more and you get a lot of guidance and accountability in this option. So if you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. But when we look at hormones impacting mood, one of the biggest things that comes along with this is estrogen. Having an increase in estrogen, being estrogen dominant, having your system have an issue with processing estrogen can overall cause mood swings, right? There's actually things in the Dutch test that I can see that can impact what type of mood swing it is, right? Are you going to have like a hair trigger of emotion? Or are you just going to kind of feel meh, kind of blah all the time, right? Yeah, estrogen has a big impact on your overall disposition and how quick that mood can get triggered. Fun, right? Yes. Cortisol, stress hormone, cortisol. Seems to be hanging out a lot more this year than we want, right? So of course, if you have cortisol issues, right? Cortisol issues overall, you're going to have adrenaline responses you don't want. Some of the adrenaline responses might feel like panic almost, or anxiety, feeling like you're like frantic, worried, almost like paranoid, or like, oh, you can have like heart palpitations or all these other things, right? This is a cortisol response. Amy, my mood is so triggered right now. So much cortisol, I know, right? This is not meant to have you like go into a cortisol response right now as I'm telling you this, right? This is just, hey, this is the thing. This is a thing. And you feeling like this, it's like you're not crazy. You're not making it up. This is a real thing. And it does impact how your system responds, right? Like you can, like have this like worry or this like, oh, what's going on? Oh, right? Because of this cortisol response and the adrenaline response your system is going to have. That's atypical of you, right? You'd be like, this is not my normal self. This is not my normal me. I am not my normal me right now. How do I get to my normal me? We work on that, right? But these are things that impact your hormones. Dopamine. Let's talk about some neurotransmitters. Yeah. Now, a lot of people talk about serotonin and mood and everything. Absolutely. Serotonin is mainly produced in your gut. So if you have gut disruption, things like that, yes, that will impact your serotonin production. But dopamine is your overall happiness hormone. And if you have a decrease in dopamine, just kind of feeling like, like you're just not as perky, or you're like, yeah, I used to be really peppy and now I'm just not. You might be like, well, I don't think I'm depressed. I'm just not feeling happy. Yeah, that could be dopamine. Now, what does dopamine decrease with? Decrease in adrenal function. Comes from stress. Oh, the things are connected. I know. Super fun too. If your cortisol is increased, it can, bind to the same receptor points that progesterone, binds to, which can create more estrogen dominance, right? Which can, this is a fun circle. You can have some of this and some of this and some of this all at the same time. Perfect trifecta going on. That doesn't feel good. It's not a fun time here. Not a party. Not a party. So here's the thing, and things that we work on for you, your body, your system. When we look at all of this stuff, right? Oh yeah, I've gained weight, I'm really stressed, my body's out of whack, all this stuff. And to top it all off, your mood is an issue, even more so now than it has been before. So it becomes really difficult just to like feel like, oh, snap out of it. Here I go. I just got to get motivated. I just got to, yes, mindset work is so, so, so important. But if you literally do not have the chemical balances within your system, I mean, how far can you drive a car with no gas, right? It's all important. It's all important to work on. I'm not saying one is more important than the other. It is all important to work on. And make sure you are covering your bases and really working with the things that your system needs to work with. It can be very, very frustrating. I almost want to use the word lonely, right? When you're struggling with something like this and you're going back and forth in your head, it's like a ping pong, like, I should be fine. Nothing's really that wrong, but I don't feel right. Something is not right. But again, I'm okay. Like, things aren't really that bad for me. Yeah, there's some stress, but, I've been able to make it through. Things are going to be fine tomorrow. Well, what if they're not fine tomorrow? This has been going on for a while now and it still hasn't resolved itself on its own. Yeah, I know those thoughts going back and forth, right? That's what makes you feel so uncertain and so frustrated with where you're at and then the next steps to take. So if this is you, if you're like, oh my gosh, yes, again, get on the link there, swipe up, get on the link, learn more about the one-on-one process I have, or you can just ask me questions. You can comment on this video. But again, I wanted to touch on these things because they are so, so, so important, and a lot of women are struggling with them right now. So if you feel like you're struggling, you're not alone. This is a thing, and here's some different avenues for you to dive into for more research and looking at more things for yourself. Yes. Amy, Christmas plus COVID equals adaptogens, exercise, eating for my hormones, CBD, calm and happy. Woo! Yes, right? Yes, all the things. And that's the other thing too. For what's happening right now, it's very normal to need more tools for your toolbox to handle all this stuff. All the tools, all the things. Do all the things right now. Yeah, so that's what I got for you guys tonight. Other resources I have for you, I have my books, The Female Fat Solution and The Female Menopause Solution. These are on Amazon, right there. My podcast is called The Female Health Solution, and then my YouTube channel is called Dr. Beth Westy. You can subscribe to that to stay updated on all the things I have coming out. Yay. All right, let me know if you need anything else. Let me know if you are struggling with something. Please don't hesitate. I get messages from women all over the world every single day because this is such a big area to focus on right now. So have a great rest of your night, and I will see you later.